Peace to all of the kings and queens that's out there. This is your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher, and we are BACAKGAIN. How are you all doing tonight? Me, I am absolutely fabulous. Give me one moment. That's better. How are you all doing? Today is another great day, which turned into another great night tonight here on this Thursday night in June. May I add, welcome to the summer that will begin next week. And be careful during this summer. Be absolutely careful during this summer. I'm having some tongue twists going on right now. I'm not understanding it myself. However, with all of this police talk about reform and the death of George, law enforcement is really supposedly trying to expedite some type of reform. You know why? Another shooting, another regular person, according to the news, say that this transient man, they say he was a homeless man, and he started open fire. He started to open fire on the police station, shooting up police cars, and even shot a deputy. And where did this happen at? This happened in Paso Robles, California, which, if I'm not mistaken, is in San Luis Obispo County, which is 100 miles north of Santa Barbara. California, homeless man pulled another bobcat like the dude did in New York, with the exception that this man got. However, they say that they shot and killed a man, not the suspect, but they shot and killed a man who they say was around 58 years old. And after showing the picture of the suspect that they're looking for, he's a white Caucasian male, not 58 whatsoever. So the man that they claimed that they shot at a train station that was 58 years old is not the same homeless man. And they use the word transient. Homeless man got away. And why would the homeless man have a gun and shoot up the police station? And this is a white dude, not a black dude, but the white dude got away, but the black dude didn't get away. Don't argue with me, it's the news. Ironically, the police across America, especially in Minnesota, advise citizens of the country to get a device that screams for you. It's called a safe personal alarm. When you are being attacked, pull the pin on this hand device, and this humongous voice will go off so that people around you can hear if you're being robbed or something, an attacker. Well, the police, historically, as we can prove with camera and footage, are the attackers. So are we to get this safe personal alarm for the police who are attacking us? And once this safe personal alarm device goes off after we pull the pin, should neighbors and relatives and people of that neighborhood or community swarm on the police? It's just ironic how they want the citizens to get a safe personal alarm to feel safe from attackers. I find that just to be ironic. And speaking of Minnesota, police reform, police reform. In order to understand police reform, you have to understand whom and what you are talking about reforming. I have asked you this question over and over again. Can the devil be reformed? Emphatically, no. It's not in his nature to change. How long have assaults, lynching, rapings, illegal imprisonment, false imprisonment, sodomy, you name the charge, the police and white American people have done this to Black people? You think about that. They've done all of that. Not only have they done it to Black people, hell, they've done it all over the planet. All over the planet. And if we've been going through this for all of these centuries, not decade or generation, but centuries, murderous treatment, slanderous treatment, miseducated treatment, to instill fear in you so that you won't fight back. This has been going on for centuries. Do you think that the devil can be reformed? The governor said of Tim Walz said that they are working expeditiously to get these reforms done. And they are in the state capitol at this present time working on those reforms. And in his interview, in his speech that he gave, he said that these reformations, this reform thing or policies has been long thought about a long time ago. And then he goes on to say that now it's urgent that we do it now. If it was long thought about way before now, why is it such an urgent now, Tim Walz? In these reforms, it is about snitching, which is good. Neighborhood, more neighborhood watch. The removal of chokeholds. The so-called discretion of when and when not to use unuseful or unnecessary force. Well, they've been using unnecessary force all the time. Wasn't that a reform a couple of years ago? But now all of this is such an urgency among 2 or 3 other things, new policies. So altogether, no more than 10, if I'm not mistaken. 7, something like that to be exact, but no more than 10. But anyway, it's such an urgency because he don't want to lose his job. He don't want to lose his job. Make him lose his job. If it has been long thought about and you could have been and done something about it, don't do it now. See, you waited too late. As I said in another video, your time is up. Your time is up. Your rule is over. And the people are tired of this supremacy rule in which we are currently living under. And I'm not just talking about black people, I'm talking about white people that's here in America. I'm talking about Chinese people that's here in America. I'm talking about Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Guatemalans, Japanese, whatever you are tired of living under this tyranny rule. That's exactly what it is. A tyranny rule that has a Luciferian base. I'm just saying. So not only does the governor not want to lose his job, the mayors across the country don't want to lose their jobs. The police don't want to lose their jobs. Are you serious? They don't want to lose their jobs of killing people, of killing unarmed black men and women. They don't want to lose that job. The defunding of the police department. Yes, it's absolutely necessary. It is absolutely necessary. In fact, it should be disbanded, dismantled, and start all over, and we will have to police our own selves. That is the only type of police reform that is going to work. Now, you say you're not being fair, Mo. I'm being very fair. How fair can I be if you've been working this number on me for over 4 centuries? What reform? The KKK is still going to exist. There are KKK policemen on the police force. They are going to always have some type of justification, a justifiable reason to do whatever they do to you. This is war, and having a psychological war right now with all of these policies and police reformations. It's a cycle, and that's what they're doing. They're psychologically screwing with your head. It's just to give you something to calm you down. They never had any intentions of reforming anything to make it right and to hold those police officers responsible. They never had that intention until now. Until now. Make them lose all their jobs. Keep stressing police disbandment. I'm serious. I'm serious. And when this happens, when police disbandment happens, you should be ready. You should be ready. And if you are a black man or a black woman and you are legally able to carry a firearm, I highly recommend that you buy one and start training your child on how to use a gun and for what purposes to use it for, meaning self-defense, for protection for themselves and for the family. Why do I say that? Hell, white children have been doing this forever. They've been teaching their children how to use guns forever. Forever. In fact, if you think I'm lying, who does most hunting here in America? Who does the most hunting? Who has the most license here in America? White people. Don't you know that they take their kids hunting? Hell, some white people even give their son or their grandchild their first rifle at the age of 5. And they have them starting off by killing animals first. So when it becomes easy to kill an animal, and after I feed you an ideology of white supremacy, it's easy to go kill someone that look like me and don't receive any consequences because you are part of the team. In fact, one of those, speaking of part of the team, one of those people from Antifa who was caught on video was saying to one of the looters after he gave him some money, he's part of the team. They're all on code. Everybody's on code except you. Now we are on code. Now we're on code. We're working to get on code. If this is a planned movement, if it's a planned movement, it is not going the way that they expected it to go. It reversed. Yes, they knew it would spark tension, protesting, if that was the agenda. And they did all of that, and they brought in terrorists. Antifa is a terrorist group that helped terrorize the neighborhoods that the protesters were peacefully going through. They antagonized the situation, and the police was caught burning their own cars and breaking windows and looting as well. And you talk about police reform? You talk about police reform. Had it not been for phone cameras, new technology, would you be talking police reform? No, because you never would have got caught. And speaking of getting caught on the camera phone, Derek Chauvin, that same store, Cup Foods, CUPFOODS, which is located on 38th and Chicago Avenue in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where George Floyd's death took place. That store, Black people should not patronize anymore. They should not sponsor that store with any type of their income. In fact, where's the $20 bill that was fake? Where's the fake $20 bill? Did anybody recover that fake $20 bill? It's too late. If you are living in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and that store has been there for 31 years, so for 31 years, they've been feeding off the high hog on you because you were not sensible enough to make your own store. This is your perfect time. Do not support Cup Foods, Cup, C-U-P, anymore on 38th and Chicago in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Where is the fake $20 bill? Isn't that part of the evidence, seeing that that's what this call was supposedly all about? Police reform. Where's the fake $20 bill at? Can you change the nature of a thing? You can change the nature of a thing by splicing it, like they do genes, like the GMO foods. Or how you splice an orange and an orange seed and put another seed with it, and you make you a grapefruit. Same as with potatoes. There's different type of potatoes, russet potatoes, red potatoes, yellow potatoes. Even with carrots, the original color of carrots is purple, not orange. They bleach the carrot. Like with your white bread, flour, bleached bread. In fact, it has no nutrients for you. Back to police reform. Can you reform the police department? The answer to that is no. We're not going to help you keep your jobs. We are not going to help you keep your jobs. We are not going to help you keep your jobs. Mayors, governors who are in power right now, we want you out of office. All of your policemen, we want them out of there. Federal funding be defunded because they are licensed to kill you. I'm going to say that again. They are licensed to kill you and get away with it, as they have shown you for centuries. Not just over the past 2 weeks, but for centuries, they have done this to you. Police reforms. You think about that. Can the devil be reformed? Can you reform the nature of a thing, of a species, of this nature, of this evil, white, Caucasian police force? You have some black people on the police force. You do, but you don't, because they're so small in number. And you have the Latinos who are on the police force, have the mindset of the white man who kills you. If you think I'm lying, look at how Latino policemen treat black people. In fact, there was this cop in Florida who's the commander of that division down there in Dade County. Yeah, he got caught up for all of that injustice, unjust arresting and placing drugs on black people, on young black men, telling his division to do just that. Hispanic. In New York, it's the same way. Hispanic cops treat you like the white man. And you have black cops treat you just like the white man. And after they mistreat you, just like the white policemen, they lie about the situation. But they want you to trust the police force. And as I stated, and I quote Mayor Lightfoot, she said of Chicago, she said that you cannot trust the police for public safety. Those are actual facts. Those are actual facts. Then you have these anchormen on Fox News slandering the entire police department and the setup of it in the city of Chicago, and said that Mayor Lightfoot is unqualified to run or govern a city. Well, my question to Fox News and that anchorman Are you, meaning white people, qualified to run or govern a city or run a police department? Absolutely no. And yes, it was a white anchorman. How could he sit and say that when America, under the rule of white supremacy, is a failed social experiment? If it's not, or if it has not failed, why are we dealing with the current issues that we are dealing with as if we are in prehistoric times with prehistoric people, prehistoric evil people who police you? I'm not talking about those white people who are not harming you. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the white police force. Seeing that we're talking about police reform, can you reform the devil? Emphatically. There are years in history of torture and tyranny upon Black people in America. Their history is proving me right on who they are. I'm not pulling that out my ass. I'm not pulling those facts out of the air. Those are facts from your own violent, evil ways as a police force that is instructed to do that by the people who run and govern the city. Stop me when I'm lying. Confederate statues. Confederate statues across America are going down. I remember about 2 years ago when this started with the statue that was Carolina, that Confederate statue. I think it was General Lee, General Robert Lee. That came down legally. Now you have people across the country ripping down Confederate statues. Is that good or that bad? I say it's fair. I say it's fair. Because when they kill you, it's fair. Right? There's no wrong when they kill you and get away with it. Right? So what's wrong with tearing down their statues? At least you're not killing them like they're killing you. I'm just saying, we being fair here. And I'm really not being fair. I'm still keeping myself a little low of value because I'm still behind. I'm 400 and some years behind. So no, I'm not going to be fair because they wasn't fair. But I'm just being fair with the statue thing. Would you rather have Black folks to kill cops or pull down Confederate statues? Both are rightfully due without any consequences, because you do it to us with no consequences. Is that right or is that wrong? Is that right or is that wrong? You even got them, what's that, Bristols, tearing down slave statues as well. Yeah, I think I mentioned that the other day in my video. In Virginia, They want the General Robert Lee statue off that court building or state building. It's a state building, that's for sure. They want that statue gone. If America is America, if America is America, and the Civil War supposedly had ended the North and the South War, and we became one nation, and the Union was fighting the Confederate Army, why should the Confederate anything still be allowed here in the US? Reformation, huh? And you're waiting on police reformations. Am I making sense to you? Oh, what's up, Jay? What's up, brother? Glad to see you in the chat room. Glad to see you. Yeah, so all of those statues need to come down. Why should they stand if this is a US country? Why? Seeing that the southern half of the country, meaning the Democrats, lost to the North, the Yankees, because the Democrats still run it. The Democrats are those who want to keep you in slavery. The Democrats represent Confederacy. The Democrats represent Confederacy. Pro-slavery and all of that. All that. The Democrats. And mind you, the first Republicans were black, not white. That's a whole nother story. But if you want to investigate that, you can. And you too will find out the same answers that I did. Confederacy flags, Confederate statues. They have no place here, right? Seeing this is the land of the free and home of the brave, right? It has no purpose here, right? So what's the problem of it being destroyed or taken down, seeing that white cops in America don't mind destroying or taking a life unjustly? Now, these Democratic Confederate statues and flags, as I stated, should be abolished or not. There's to be some consequences behind that, but you have your freedom of speech and your freedom of belief and all of that. Okay, that's great. But you lost. But you lost. So when you lose, all of that goes away and becomes spoils of war and should not be on any state building. But you still abide by the rules of Confederate ways in social structure in which we live. If you think I'm lying, just dig it. And when you get to the base of it, you will find that white supremacy is democratic. But with these statues, there's some more statues that need to come down. And those statues are the Baphomet statue. I wonder why the citizens of Detroit, the state of Michigan, why they haven't removed that Baphomet statue. I'm going to say that again. Why is it that anyone in Detroit, in the state of Michigan, have not removed that statue of the Baphomet? Why they don't bother that statue, seeing that that statue is Lucifer? We are living in a satanic rule. White supremacy is a satanic rule. But nobody's bothering that statue. Even when you go to your libraries, you will see all these evil entities, gargoyles, demons, sitting on top of libraries, like the one that's in downtown Chicago, Harold Washington Library. And I'm sure you have them all across the country. I'm sure you have these demons somewhere in your city. But the Baphomet statue, why is that still standing there? And yes, the police force is part of that, the white police force. It's part of that satanic rule. It's part of that satanic rule. So yes, why not defund the satanic police department? There's no reforms to be done. You all blew that. You blew that. And all of these reforms that you say that you've tried in the past, if you really wanted to do something, you would have been did things long ago, seeing that you knew that these reforms or policies that you all should have put in play has been sitting, has just been sitting, seeing that you say, Governor Walls, that it has been all long thought about way before. Now it's urgent. Lose your job, man. The mayor, Mr. Frey, lose your job. Police Department of Minnesota, disband. And if you don't disband, which I don't think that will go, but I know defunding, yes, defund the police department. In fact, it was 14 police. They used 14 police in Minnesota. 14 members of the police station, police department, wrote letters to the public, to the George Floyd's family, expressing their thoughts. No. And they say, according to the news, they say that these officers, this is the governor speaking, he said that these officers were selected to write these. Why was these officers selected? Why couldn't you just do it randomly? Why, you understand the game here? It's all a mess. The Confederacy flag and statues, the Baphomet, the police department. Now, out of all of which I've just spoke of, I said one good thing. And I'm being fair. Being fair is right. That police station got shot up. A deputy got shot in the face. That's a good day. Seeing that they have a good day when they kill Black people in the street. Just like when they killed that young man in Indiana and they was laughing over his body after they killed him. Oh, y'all don't remember that, right? White America. Y'all don't remember that, huh? Recently. So your reforms is not going to work. Your time is up. And I'm going to tell you all something. Get ready for this summer, because the devil, Satan, he's going out with a bang. And it's not going to go smooth. No, but he know his time is up. Your rule is over. White supremacy, your rule is over. Don't you see all of those people? Don't you see all of these people? White people, black people, all people of the US are tired of you and your police policies, practices, and department. How many more shootings at a police station can you take? If people really wanted to turn up police department, there wouldn't be none of you left. So you have been ruling at the mercy of those who allowed you to rule over them. You are at the rule of their mercy. All of these videos that they show you about the police killing, to instill fear in you. That's what it's for. Psychological war, remember that. But police reform is not going to do us any good. It's not going to do you all any good. So prepare yourselves for what is to come. And I'm not telling you to do anything violent. I'm telling you to prepare yourself. And I would like to reemphasize on the fact that if you are black, if you are considered black, if you a melanated person like me, because some people don't like to use the word black people. That's Johann Blumenbach thing, but I understand. But if you are a black person, if you are a black person and you are able to legally possess and carry a firearm, get one. Get one. And do not, by any means necessary, use it on anyone. Your life is in danger. And I want you to remember, federal judges have ruled that you have the right to protect yourself against the police if they are mistreating you. If they are physically harming you, you have the right to defend yourself. This is why when they come to do you harm, they come 3 deep, 4 deep, 5 deep, because one-on-one, they will lose. And like I say, they only rule and only police where you live at your mercy. You allow it. Let me ask you something. Can you keep doing the same thing and expect different results? Huh? Police reform. Your turn is over. Confederate flags, statues, Baphomet statues, this rule, supremacy, it's all has to go. Let go. Because if the citizens of America would do a citizen's arrest, the police department and politicians would be the first ones to be prosecuted and sent to prison or capital punishment. They would be the first because they are the real criminals. It's your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher. I hope that you got something out of this video, which I know you did. I know you did. So I need you to press that subscribe button. I need 100 subscribers to go through this next door. No, I don't have 100 subscribers yet. So press that subscribe button. Stay away from the po-ho. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke weed in your car while you're driving. And if you are able to legally possess a firearm, buy one. You're gonna need it. It's your brother, the 13th letter to the cipher.